Hi everybody! Organization of space in architecture is the fundamental to the creation of composition. It brings different forms and shapes and provide a cohesive structure to the design. Welcome to 361-bit. We post interesting video every Wednesday, so stay tuned for more. Coming to our topic, here are some spatial organization which will make your design more refined and easy to explain. A space in a building can be organized into a pattern so that they can relate to one another in a specific way. Spatial relationship between forms helps to define their interaction. So some common spatial relationship used in architecture include space within space, interlocking spaces, adjacent spaces, and spaces linked by common space. In addition to the spatial relationships, there are the various types of organizational approaches used in the design of buildings, and they are centralized organization, linear organization, radial organization, clustered organization, and grid organization. So starting with space within space is like a larger canvas having a lot of smaller spaces, where the larger spaces acts to create a visual boundary and the smaller space depends on the larger one, which eventually define the environment along with the relationship. And also the smaller space could define itself having a different orientation. Next we have interlocking spaces. It indicates the relationship between two subspaces having their volume overlapping, giving an identity to space. And the common space is hence the area of mutual sharing. Although the interlocking area can be shared equally by each space, and it might serve the link between two original spaces. Next is the adjacent spaces. It allows each space to clearly define and to respond to specific functional or symbolic requirement. The amount of continuity that takes place between two spaces depends on the characteristics of plane that separates and bring them together at the same time. The fourth one is spaces linked by common space, which is that the two separate spaces can be joined by a third intermediate space, and the attributes of the two spaces are defined by their relationship with the third space. Now coming to the types of organizational approaches, first is the centralized organization. It is an area of highlight in the center of the structure with other smaller spaces arranged around it in a stable and concentrated manner. Next we have linear organization. It can be defined for a single unifying element about which the other objects can be added depending on their function, size, and requirements. And third we have clustered organization. It typically relies on the proximity of the relative spaces and has repetitive cellular spaces having certain visual qualities in common. Fourth we have grid organization. It has a three-dimensional approaches to a linear structure, arranged perpendicular to each other and giving the composition a sense of stability uniting the form of various sizes and shapes. Last but not the least is the radial organization. And they are effectively a combination of linear and centralized organization. They have a focal point from which the linear form radiates. However, the focus is inward towards the center space. Radial organization expands out towards their surroundings. So that's all for today guys. If you found this video useful, then do not forget to hit the like button and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching the video and stay tuned for the next upcoming videos.